Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about why you should apply to jobs even if you think that you don't have the experience required, right? So basically, we've all been there before. You just graduated out of college or you're just starting your career as a software developer and you're looking on Indeed for your first job and you see a bunch of cool jobs that you think you could do well, but you go on and you see, oh my God, 2 years of experience required, 3 years of experience required, right? And then you think to yourself, oh, I definitely can't apply for these jobs because I need all this experience and I don't have it, right? I know how to code, I can do my job and I can learn, but I don't have the experience required. Well, today I'm just going to tell you guys that even if you see that and you don't think you have the experience required, apply anyways, right? So the requirements that are on job postings are usually just a wish list, right? They never expect someone to know all of the things that they're requiring from their applicants, and they're never going to hire someone who knows all of them. But it's nice to haves, and if you have some of the requirements, then you're probably good to go if you think you can do the job. On top of that, your years of experience usually don't matter at all, right? Like just because you've worked longer or you have 5 years of experience versus someone who's just graduated and maybe has 6 months of experience doesn't mean you're better at your job, especially when talking about software development. Your experience genuinely doesn't matter as much as your ability to learn or your accomplishments that you've had, right? You can have done something very significant in 3 months that someone who's been working 10 years has never done in their career, and then you can know more than they do. So you don't actually need the years of experience that companies usually list on the job, and you should definitely apply anyways if you do not have those 3 or 5 years of experience. I know I have, and I've gotten jobs before in the past where I didn't have the years of experience required. So don't discourage yourself if you see a job posting that needs a couple of years and you don't have it. Just do it anyways if you think you can do the job. Now, back to the job postings. So usually they'll have a list of requirements, right, that you need. It'll say you need to know JavaScript, you need to know React, you need to know blah, 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 blah. There's going to be a huge list. Try to avoid reading that list when you are applying for a job, and kind of look for the responsibilities and what your day-to-day life is going to be and what you're actually going to be working on. That'll give you a much better indication of what you're actually going to be doing in the day-to-day of this job, and it'll give you a better indication of whether or not you would want to do the job, right? Because the requirements can say you have to know this, you have to know AWS, you have to know Python, all this stuff, and then the job description will tell you that you're working on something completely different. So make sure you're always looking at the job description and the responsibilities and using that way more to weigh in on your opinion of whether you're going to apply for the job or whether you're just going to skip this one and look at something else. Now, if you can't find these responsibilities or this day-to-day life of an engineer, try to go on their website. If you're on Indeed or something, go on their website, or go on stuff like Glassdoor. You can probably find the text that they're using and what they're building and stuff like that, what they're working on, because companies usually like to brag about, oh my God, we're using the latest and greatest technologies, and they're probably going to put that on their website. So if you can't find that on a job posting, make sure you go on the website because it'll give you a much better idea of what you're going to be doing when you're actually going to be working this job. So if you look at the responsibilities and then you think you can do it, right? You think you can fulfill these challenges that you're going to be facing on the day-to-day of this job, then apply for the job. Okay, even if you don't fit all the requirements but you like the responsibilities, apply anyways. Usually only some of the requirements are necessary, and then you can still learn on the job, and you can still succeed at the position even if you don't have all those requirements. Now, if you look at the responsibilities, you don't think you can do them, but you think you can learn how to do them and learn quickly, then apply as well, right? Companies are always willing to invest in engineers, especially ones that are hungry and that want to learn. If you can show that although you don't have the experience and you might not have all the skills required, but you're willing to work hard and to learn and to like invest in the company itself with your own time and your own efforts, then they will definitely hire you. Okay, your experience and your requirements aren't the be all end all. You have to get past that and realize that one of the main reasons companies hire engineers is an investment for the future, and that if you're willing to learn and willing to grow with the company, then you can definitely succeed. Now, what if it's a senior position, right? We always see those. We always see like, oh, there's a senior developer, there's a senior position at this company, and you're kind of junior, right? You're younger, you don't have as much experience. Should you still apply for that? Do all these rules still apply? And I would say completely yes. If you see a senior position, you should definitely still apply because most of the time, well, maybe not most of the time, but there are oftentimes companies can't find someone to fill in the senior position, right? So think about it. They can't find someone to fill in the senior position. Also, senior developers are very, very expensive, like very expensive. So if you're a junior guy applying for the job, you're applying for the senior position, right? And you demonstrate that you're willing to learn and willing to, do the job correctly and willing to put all the effort in. They might still hire you because junior developers are way cheaper, right? And they might go the route of hiring 2 or 3 junior developers instead of 1 senior developer, even though on their job postings there's only senior positions available. So don't be discouraged if you only see senior positions available and you're not a senior developer, because odds are you can probably still get the job and probably, do a good job at it, even if you're not a senior developer. So guys, just to finish off, I just want to leave you with the message that don't let your lack of experience or lack of skills or whatever discourage you from applying to jobs, because you just have to put in the effort and realize that if you're willing to learn and willing to grow, then even if you're not a senior developer, even if you don't have that 20, that list of 20 requirements for the job, you can still succeed and you can still get the job. Also, you might as well be applying because you have literally nothing to lose, right? I mentioned this in a previous video. When you're applying to these jobs, the worst case scenario is they say no and they just ghost you. The best case scenario is you get an awesome job that you really like that pays you a lot of money, right? There's really nothing to lose. And if anything, even if you go through the interview process and they tell you to frig off, that you're complete garbage and you are not good enough for the role, you do get another learning experience. You get another interview down that you can check mark and put in your belt and like have an experience that you can learn from, right? So guys, don't be discouraged. Get over your imposter syndrome and realize that you can still succeed at a job even if you are not qualified for it. So guys, hope you have enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe and keep on enjoying your coding. Take it easy.